Onto this story, a march is being held in Scenery Park to remember the lives lost in the Enyobeni Tavern tragedy this past weekend. 21 teenagers died. The circumstances leading to their deaths are still being investigated. A mass funeral for the teens is being planned for next week. For more on this, our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila joins us once more to give us an update. Aviwe, I see you started moving now. Exactly what did the leaders tell you in terms of maybe a memorandum that they'll be handing over to the police? Do they feel as though community leaders don't listen to the youth?
We demand answers now, are some of the posters behind me, Maseko. They want answers to what led to the deaths of the 21 teenagers. They just started moving now, heading to the police stations. It's the time frames that we have been given. They'll spend 15 minutes at the police station and then move there on to Enyobeni Tavern itself, where we are told they'll spend 21 minutes there. In fact, let me bring in one of the leaders here, Maxwell Kamte, one of the youth leaders of Scenery Park. Maxwell, maybe give us more details in terms of what you'll be doing at the police station as well as at Enyobeni. Is there a memorandum that you'll be handing over?
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, today is a planned march for teenagers for this of incident that happened. We are still struggling to get to it, to understand, to find closure. We don't sleep again. Today we say, let us deep what motivated what happened to Enyobeni. It was motivated by the lack of service delivery, the factions that are here. Our councillors and SAPS supposed to protect us. When we knock on SAPS, they say criminals are at the door, they should respond, but they have failed. Councillor is not communicating with the youth. They are communicating. ANC is a leading government, is a leading party in this area, but they are almost 8 months, I don't know, 9 months.
So is there a memorandum that you'll be handing over and maybe outline some of your demands if there are any?
Yeah, there is a memorandum that we handed over to the police station. It's our first stop. You will hear what we are about to say, what we have, our concerns, and they address the issues.
What are the concerns?
The concerns is the way the relations that we have, community relations between us and police. We don't know them. The police are not serving us. The way they look, for instance, on Sunday, on this day of this day tragedy, they were called while there were 2 teenagers down. But because of their poor respondents when they are called by the community, resulted the number to escalate to this 21. So we say to them, we know we've been engaging you, that we are not happy with the service that we are offering. You are failing us as communities. Now we are going to...
Just lastly, I'm sorry to interrupt there, but don't you think this should be directed to the youth itself, given that in majority there is an alcoholic problem among the teenagers in Scenery Park? Not saying it's isolated only in Scenery Park, but clearly there's an issue with teenagers drinking here. Shouldn't you, as youth leaders, be finding ways and interventions to address this among the youth?
Yes, you are correct. We are with you, but we are trying to correct we are going with the program that we have as youth. The reason of this, our youth facilities are not functional. We don't have recreations for youth. We are not engaging the youth in terms of distracting them with positive things. There are no sport activities that are online here. There's a lot. Youth is the only way that youth they can enjoy themselves is to drink alcohol. Now we want that to come to an end. We say we can't be blamed to say our mothers failed their children. Why we don't have something to keep the children busy.
And what are your plans as youth leaders to attack this problem, to address this problem?
As you have outlined before, that we don't have that relation between us with the leaders. We have already established certain things that would like to call up for community funders, anyone that could assist us in terms of resources in order to develop the infrastructure for youth development. Now we were here to say whoever that can be a government stakeholder that deals to develop the community, he or she is welcome, whatever institution. We want those people so that we can tell them that what we want is not because we have a talent. We have a talented youth here and teenagers, but because we lack resources to guide them, to keep them busy. Now we want everybody that could assist to the issues, to things that could help, to put the behavior of the children in order. Because yes, indeed, as you see, we have a problem. We have a problem.
We have a problem. Closing words from Maxwell Kamte, one of the youth leaders, Maseko, as they now head to the South African Police Service station here in Scenery Park, addressing, among other things, the incompetence that they say the police here have. They're then moving on to Enyobeni Tavern, where they plan to spend 21 minutes there. As they say, they're demanding answers to the 21 teenagers that died at Enyobeni Tavern.
All right, senior reporter Aviwe Mtila in East London, in the Eastern Cape, with that report. What I took from there is the youth leader telling Aviwe that they called police as soon as they saw two teenagers fall to the ground, but they seem to be blaming police incompetence, saying that had the police rushed there after being called after two teenagers fell on the ground, it wouldn't have been the number wouldn't have swelled up to 21.